subsections and reaching local ambassadors. 12 ambassadors were there and who have done amazing job. This was our structure and the objective. We tried to see that we comply to these objectives which were set by Region 10. And we took we have undertaken various projects, 5 projects this year, and within 5 projects, close to 40 activities we have done. And Professor Aliza will be representing all those activities. And with this, once again, I welcome everyone. This is going to be a very short meeting of 1.5 hours, and we'll be sticking to the time as well. So without taking much of your time, I would be inviting Deepak sir for his opening remarks. Deepak sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Preeti, and thank you everyone for joining this meeting. And this is very important activity of Region 10. In fact, this is a very important activity of whole IEEE because our focus is on member growth, our focus is on member engagement, and we are also for member enrichment. So EAC can play a very important and significant role, and in fact, EAC is playing very good role as far as the Region 10 is concerned. So I thank you all and I congratulate you all on your success. But time has come to be more innovative and we have to find new ways of learning so that our members could be engaged in a better way. And the most important thing which Region 10 EAC can play, in fact, they are also doing that, we can empower our sections with programs and support to make them as a developed section as far as the EAC is concerned. Many of our sections are not having EAC coordinators, and I see there was effort from the Region 10 Eac Committee to find EAC coordinator and to make them empower and bring more programs as far as the EAC is concerned. So another important point which I would like to bring to your notice or to your concern, that EAC is not a confined activity. So it has to collaborate with sections and other activities. I would like to revisit our thrust areas for member activities. We are for member retention and continuation of students to young professionals. I'm sure EAC can play a big role in making our programs value-added programs, so that our programs address the member retention and member recruitment. And if you go to the technical activities, our focus has always been that we are for section chapter collaborative programs, and we are for conference quality and industry engagements. So we have to explore the possibility how EAC can be in this sector of technical activities. And for professional activities, we are all for entrepreneurs, and we are also doing for career advancement programs. And I know that EAC is collaborating with the professional activities and coming out with the programs in the sections. So with this, I'm sure 2022 would be more innovative and more creative for EAC. And I would like to thank you all for doing a very good job in 2021. So thank you very much, and many congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Deepak sir. And so as we go, along with the program, so thank you for being here, and we'll be continuing with the program. But a small token from EAC team, we tried that December we can be in offline, but we could not. We tried in every country, but probably SouthX, the situation is not so improved. So I'm sorry, but we assure you the education activity is going to have a good program, and we have taken your inputs for developed section and the collaboration and all at 3 front: professional, technical, and then all the thrust areas. And we assure you on behalf of committee that we'll do that, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. And there is a message by Stephen Phillips as well, Vice President, Educational Activities, and a small message which I like to share with everyone. Mm.
Hi, I'm Steve Phillips, President for Educational Activities for IEEE. I'm sorry I'm unable to attend your Region 10 event today, but I wanted to thank Preeti and Takako and Deepak, Supavati, and all the others who've contributed to educational activities in Region 10 over the year. I hope that by comparing best practices today, you'll be able to share and augment all of the educational activities across all of IEEE. I hope you'll allow us to record this event so that we can share it with others. Thanks very much and have a great event.
Thank you. So, next slide. So in his absence, we represent a small memento on behalf of Region 10 to Stephen, and we'll be sending that soon on over email. We also welcome Jamie for Managing Director, Educational Activities. And Jamie, most welcome. And it's very good morning for you. And thank you for being here. And we'd like to listen to you. The Educational Activities group is going to be here. So over to you.
Great, certainly. Thank you very much. Preeti, can you confirm that you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Wonderful. Great, great. Good afternoon and good evening. Thank you so much for inviting us to join. As Stephen said, we can't thank Preeti and Takako and Deepak and Aki from last year, Region 10, Toshio Fukuda, right? Our president from 2020 has really led the organization when it comes to education. I manage educational activities, so many of you work with Rachel Wardick and Jordana Coyle and people like that. We can't thank all of you enough for the time you put in. The most important part of educational activities at IEEE, and quite frankly, as Deepak said, the most important part of IEEE is our volunteers. Education is critical. Members have told us for many, many years that continuing education programs are important to them. They've told us for many years that supporting them at their university is important to them. They've told us they want to do STEM and pre-university outreach activities. And all of those things happen best with other volunteers. And Region 10 is truly leaders in many of these areas. The effort that you have all put into the Reaching Locals program, led by Preeti and Takako, has been spectacular from Region 10. You're really the beacon of the organization when it comes to that activity. Region 9 is learning and doing a lot of things based on what you started in Region 10, and Region 8 is beginning some of those things. So ultimately today, I'm really looking forward to hearing what you all are doing. We're here to ultimately support you. We're a member-led organization, so never hesitate to reach out to your representatives who connect with us. You're welcome to email me directly, j.mesh@ieee.org, Preeti and Takako and Deepak and others. Minami, I see you there. Minami-san, we're here to support you. So if you ever want to reach out and ask us for activities, for help, etc., feel free to do so. So thank you so much for inviting me. Keep up the great work that you're doing, and I look forward to great things happening in 2022. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jamie. So small memento from our committee to you. Thank you for being here, and we'll be having the flow of program is after Supavati delivers, we'll be having best practices session from each of the section. 6 sections, 2 councils and 4 sections we have selected. So over to Supavati. So she is, yeah, over to you, Supavade.
I think you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much for Preeti and then also the team from Region-10 Education Activity to come out with the webinar. Yeah, so I am Supavadi Aramwit and I'm EAB Section Education Outreach Committee Chair. Yeah, so I'm from Bangkok, Thailand. So briefly, I would like to tell you a little bit about a committee. And as you all know, I used to be in the Region-10 education activities for many years. And I have a good successor. So I think it's bring out a very a good effort and then good impact. And as you all know, educational activity has the focus on the pre-university, STEM university, and continuing education. And I think that they also focus very largely on the try engineering this year that we have the new volunteer STEM portal. And we have, I think, a very good volunteer from Region-10 being a STEM ambassador as well. Yeah, so this is the member of the board. Me and Takako was here in 2021. So what about this committee? So mainly, as you all know, educational activity has so many of the good and wide range of the product and services. So it's important that we have the committee in the board that are connected, to the section and then also to the volunteer. So this committee comprise of the 10 regional activity chair and then also MGA representative. Okay, so mainly we reach out and then we doing what we can, so that all of the program could reach out to the volunteer. And here the Preeti is a member of the committee this year. So what we do this year, mainly it's very important that we provide the resource of the education to the volunteer. Mainly is through the webpage ea.ieee.org that contain all the EA volunteer resource, a website, manual, social media, and also in collaborative. We have the community of practices in which we reach like almost 1,000 members this year. And then orientation, EA has 2 times a year, and one of also the training and experience sharing is initiated this year. We already have this event with the Region 6 and then Region 9. And then here we have in Region 10, and we have many more to coming in the January and February. So thank you very much for your effort. And other program that the Region 10 could also take up is about the demonstrate EA products to session education chair. So we have a pilot of the continuing education, the IEEE Learning Network, course, to the volunteer. So hopefully Preeti could bring something out next year. And the partnership is very important. So I hope that we could be liaised with the MGA and TA and other organizational units within and outside IEEE. Yeah, so please visit ea.ieee.org and also subscribe to the EA Insight newsletter. And then also join us as collaborative as well. So impact education throughout all the volunteer and community is very important, and educational activity is working towards that. Yeah, thank you very much. So join us on this social media. So thank you and have a successful events.
Thank you, Takako. Thank you, Supavade. And thank you for being here and motivating us. And because of you only, we could have this workshop at year end. And thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you.
So next is going to be, I would request Dr. Aliza for presenting the report of EAC for 2021. We have floated many projects, few are still ongoing, few have been done, and then reporting is still ongoing. So I would request Aliza to share her screen. And yes, Aliza, thank you so much for all the support. And there was a great support from you.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Preeti. So I will share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I'm Aliza Aini. I'm from R10 EA Committee. So on behalf of Dr. Preeti, so I'll present the highlight for R10 EA for 2021. So this one is already presented by Prof. Preeti just now. This is our main committee for EEC. So we are from Australia, Karachi, Nagpur subsection, Singapore, and Takaku from Tokyo. And we also have several local ambassadors. So each of the ambassadors play roles to conduct all the activities in their section. Okay. So the highlight for this R10 EA is the objective is to provide guidance and awareness on all the EAB products to the learners, educators, and education policymakers. And the second one is to be the voice professional in all the policy, education policy, the curriculum. So we have one project, the name is capacity building, that conducted on the development of the sharing on the curriculum developments, engineering and technology education, and continuing education. And the third one is our main project that is reaching local. So we would like to present, we have many language that has been translated in the local language to achieve our objective number 3, that is to make available resources in local language so that our spirit will be delivered to all level of people. Okay, so in 2021, this year, so we have 5 projects. The first one we start in January and February on the orientation workshop to present what is the tools, what is dry engineering, what is the tools that we have in the IEEE EA to all the section EHS. And project 2 is about the reaching local projects where we make all the resources available in local language, where I will present in detail later. Okay. The third one is about the capacity building, where we have conduct a workshop on the education policy, curriculum development, IR 4.0, education 4.0, and all the disruptive technologies. And the fourth one is the new innovation challenge. This one is the continuous project from last year, I think, yes. And we have also the social media challenge. And the last one, we have 2 recipients for the EA awards this year. Okay. Okay, these are the announcements that we have published in our website. So we actually have 5 projects. So we released this one around, I think, March and February, and we received a numerous response on all the proposals for each project. So there are 3 calls that we have called for the proposal. The first call is around, I think, February, and then we have the second calls, and the last one is the special calls to encourage all the section or the calls to apply for these proposals. Okay. So these are the summaries for all 5 projects. So the target for project 1, the dry engineering, is around 10, and we received 9 for round 1 and round 2. And due to the pandemic, we've managed to complete 5 projects that has been reimbursed. Okay, so our main project is the reaching local. Our target is 100. So we receive around 30 proposals that is accepted and approved, and 24 of them complete the proposals. The third one is about the capacity building. Our target is 8, and we receive 8, and 2 of them cannot finish the project due to the pandemic. However, we managed to complete 6 proposals. And project number 4, our target is 10, and we managed to have 7 accepted proposals and only 4 proposals completed. And the last one is social media, and this is our target is 6. However, we received only 2, but due to some reason, the proposal cannot be completed. But however, the total is quite a good number, where we have around 38 projects for 2021, up to from 56 approved proposals. Okay, and this is the highlight of the outcome. For the first project, some of the workshop we received around 300 plus participants. I think this is from Hong Kong section. And we have a reaching local, where we have translate around 15 languages from our YouTube channel. So this year, the highlight is we have created the YouTube channel for Reaching Local that will be presented by Usman later. And the viewer of the channel is around 3,000, cover 24 OU and 9 countries, and receive around 100 likes for the first year. Okay. The third project is the capacity building. So the number of you that participate in the capacity building is 23. And the fourth project is the new innovation challenge, where 4 section and subsection participated in this event. And the total proposal and completed event that is completed is around 38. So these are the main highlight of the outcome of all the projects. For the details, for the project 1, that is about try engineering and STEM. So this is focusing on the teachers or anyone who would like to teach all the pre-university students. So we have it cover around 36 over 60 and 10 over 40 subsections, and 1 over 6 council that have currently EAC chair. So this is quite a good improvement, and Prof. Pretty and also our team have compiled all the name of the EA chair, so to ease us to contact them directly for any program related. Okay. And as mentioned before, we have 10 proposal and 8 completed. This covers Islamabad, Malaysia, Bangalore, Hyderabad, India, Council, Delhi, and Delhi. So the total expenditure is around $720 US. There is 150 per project, and 3 claims still are ongoing. So these are some. Okay, the second one is we also conducted one webinar on March 2021 to introduce all about the try engineering and STEM to all the EA coordinators. So in this program, we invite Jamie and also people from the EA US. Okay, so we have several agenda here with Deepa also in this session. So this is a very good introduction on how we try to promote the EA products from this webinar. And the second workshop is after the first proposal has been accepted by some of the participants, we also conducted the event management. So to explain to them how to conduct the event, the pre-event, the event planning, and also the post-event reports. So 33 participants from different OU participate in the event to have a clear direction, how should they submit the report, how the program should be conducted. And this event is about 1.5 hours. And this is for all the first round grant recipients. So most of them attend the program and manage to complete the event on time. So these are the snapshot of the first project, Try Engineering and Seminar from Malaysia and also from India, IEEE Vardaman Student Branch. Okay. The second project, which is the highlight of today, that is reaching local. So as I mentioned before, these are the language, 55 language that has been translated to reaching local from Tamil, Indonesian, Malay until the Chinese and Marathi. And we have this one is number of activities is 24 for reaching local, but some of the program from EA like Japan and Council, they still conduct the reaching local program without the funding. So we still consider this one under the reaching local. So these are some of the numbers. This number reflect the number that apply the proposal of the reaching local. So Malaysia is 13 and the rest followed by India, Japan, Pakistan, Australia, Indonesia. But there is some also event like say from Indonesia, they have conducted several EA events, but they didn't apply for funding. Only one that is number 4 that is under the funding of IEEE R10. So this will reflect also under the reaching local. So this is one of the activities where all the executive committee for R10EA, we translated the how to become IEEE member in our local language. That is on Bahasa Melayu, Indonesia, Malayalam, Chinese, and Telugu. And thank you for all the effort from the committee members. So we hope that all the videos will be delivered to all level of people so they can join IEEE. Okay, so all of this will be shown later by Usman. So I just show you the snapshot. We have around 2,058 views. So this just start this year on 7 January 2021. And we have several videos here in many language that is prepared by the committee. And these are all the event that is conducted by all the IEEE members on the EA. We compile it in the IEEE R10 Richie Local YouTube. So feel free to go to this YouTube and watch all the EA activities. Okay, the third project is the capacity building, more focused on the curriculum development accreditations. So this involve around India, Bombay, Delhi, Pune, Madras, Hong Kong, and Pune section. So we have received 8 proposals and 6 have already completed. So the expenditure is around $1,450 with from 6 proposals. These are all the snapshot and the glimpse on all the activities. So the first one is from India, and we have the rest. Okay. And the fourth one is the innovation challenge. This is a continuous from the last year. So we need our matching grant for this project. So the OUs that participated is Malaysia, Hyderabad, Pakistan, Australia, Hong Kong, and India. So 4 already completed. So amount of $946. So these are the snapshot of the innovation challenge. So we have the AI-enabled chatbot for COVID-19 from India, and Do Your Bit Nature challenge that is using the microbit from Malaysia. Okay, and the last one is the social media challenge. So for next year, we will promote more on for all the EA activities to be promoted on the social media to apply this grant. For now, we only received 2. Okay. And the last one is after all the very good activities, so there is 2 awards. The first award is R10 Educational Activities Outstanding Group. So congratulations to Prof. Virendra V. Sethi. So he won the IEEE he's from Education Society, won the R10 EA Outstanding Group Award. So the second award is congratulations to Dr. Malu Sai Prasan from Hyderabad session. So he won the R10 EA Outstanding Volunteer Award. So I think that's all for the highlight for R10 EA for all this year. So feel free to visit our website ea.r10.org and also our YouTube channel R10 Richie Local. So thank you, ma'am. I think that's all from me.
Thank you so much, Aliza. Thank you. So only one correction I would say in the TRI engineering. So out of 8, all 8 have been executed now. 3 were in pipeline. So we have now 41 activities, and it was amazing presentation from your side. Small memento from Region-10 committee, EA committee to you for wonderful presentation. It was a great support. Now we'll have EA presentation for best practices of the council sections OUs. And since Professor Dr. Lim has to leave, I will be inviting him from Hong Kong section. And so Dr. Lim Lui has been, PhD in electrical and electronics engineering, and he's from University of Hong Kong. And now he's a e-learning technologist. So Dr. Lim, over to you. I could see Paulina also attending this webinar. Thank you, Paulina, for joining. And you have done, both of you have done wonderful job. So over to you. I will be just.
Yeah, I can share.
Yeah, just a minute. I'll be sharing the presentation. Just 1 minute.
Yeah, I can share the screen also.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Okay. So,
just a
yes.
minute. Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope yes. So thanks everybody joining today's webinar, and also thanks Paulina. Dr. Paulina Chen also our session chair also joined today's webinar. So I would like to represent Hong Kong section to share what our experience. I am actually chair for the education chapter. So first of all, so actually our section actually received have 3 project support by Region-10 EAC. So one of them will be on AI, so which is a region local initiative. Another one is for empowering teachers, which is call for capacity. And the last one is pre-university STEM student conference for new innovation time. So first of all, thanks Region-10 EAC for the support. So with the support, we can actually try our best to do as much as we can. So there are actually different events throughout these 6 months. So I would like to just pick three events to do the illustrations. So first of all, it's the end of August. We run a webinar on AI for teaching, learning, and assessment. And you can see the YouTube link here, and I can also share the link to the chat room. So first of all, is actually this event has more than 1,000 registrations. Most of them are actually K-12 teachers, and of course, some of them are also from high university teachers. And not all of them are from Hong Kong, so there are also quite a number of participants from Southeast Asia. And we have around 200 participants that time, and also more than 800 views watched the webinar afterwards on YouTube. So we try our best to not to talk too much on the too technical things, but to demonstrate some existing tools and commercial tools and free tools that can be used for teaching and learning. We also have talk about chatbot, so which hopefully teachers after learning this can try to do a AI chatbot to provide 24/7 tutoring support. And we also have invited a colleague from Chinese University of Hong Kong. So he is from medical school, but he actually successfully developed several AI chatbots in medical school. And we have lots of conversations that time. Some of the takeaways, first is we actually successfully connect to K-12 teacher communities. So that's why we have more than 1,000 registrations, and also quite a number of them actually watch the videos later on. And the second is actually we successfully to create some topics that have a long-term impact. So AI for teaching and learning is actually has a long-term impact. So that's why the YouTube video, the contents actually people keep watching it. So afterwards, after the events. And also we successfully partner with some other projects. So which is one of them is the Teaching for You. You can also share the link here for the information. So, and we also try to connect with different parties such that the impact can be further expanded and also can grab more people to join the webinar. And we also produce a Chinese version, a Cantonese version, and we also have 180 views. So that means actually the result is quite satisfactory. So second event is actually from copyright issues, Creative Commons, and OERs. And this one even more, we have more than 1,200 registrations. And then with around 200 of them join real-time through Zoom, and then more than 700 views on YouTube later on. I think, and actually this is something out of our expectation. But I see the reason because copyright issues in teaching and learning is actually a big issue, and then it becomes more severe and more important when we go for virtual instruction. So there are lots of there are even more issues in virtual instruction. So that's why there are more teachers coming, not just from Hong Kong, but also in Southeast Asia to know more about the copyright issues. So we have invited a law professor. So she is an expert in IP, in intellectual property, and so we also work with her on another project. So on copyright classroom training. So that's why we have this event, and we talk about legal issues in teaching and learning. We talk about Creative Commons. So how to make the content to be more impactful and also share to the wider community. And we also talk about OER. So that means try to use copyright-free or contents for teaching and learning. So make the teaching and learning as well as assessment to be more scalable. So there are actually lots of conversations later on. And we also there are also some other takeaways. First is actually we inspired some universities to sit together to have a small group discussion. So to talk about in-depth details on the copyright or legal issues in teaching and learning. So this is one of big impact actually facilitating discussions afterwards. And we're able to share the materials to also some other parties, to K-12, to libraries, to some legal associations, and also to some other partners, etc., etc. So that's why this is something also impactful, also create impact, not just stay within IEEE, but also beyond IEEE. And again, we also co-partner with teachers, professors to bring more new ideas. Okay, the third event is a physical event. So this is the Try Engineering. So we try to adopt Try Engineering contents from the headquarters for K-12 students, and we guide them to work with the Try Engineering materials and come up with some projects. And you can see the project is trying to achieve the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So which is try to make the content to be more impactful to the community, as well as making students more engaged, more interested, doing something more meaningful. So that's why we try to connect Try Engineering with UN SDG. So first of all, we go for a 3-month virtual mentorship, and then at the end of December will be the 11th of December, we go for 1-day physical event with more than 140 participants joining and 20 helpers. So this is not easy because right now in Hong Kong we still have sometimes we still have to go for social distancing. So in universities, mostly the events will be just up to 50 people. So that's why we have 160 people joining together. It's not easy, and we have lots of measures have to be aware. And also we receive support from IEEE Pre-University Education Coordinating Committee for some extra financial support. So here shows the last page. So it's talking about the physical event. You can see session chair Dr. Paulina Chan, as well as some community leaders, and also different community leaders, and also different faculty engineering faculty dean, as well as associate deans and some other people, principals joining, and some teachers, as well as more than 140 students and parents coming. And they really appreciate. I heard some comments from parents that actually they have lots of local conference or local competitions, but actually provides international exposure to students. So this is really appreciated by parents, I heard. So this is some of the comment, and you can see they are actually doing something very in detail. So you can see the figures, the tables. They actually did a lot of investigations, and actually all of them, they have to go for presentations and they have to go for posters, and you can see they have do very detailed analysis. So that's I want to share for the 3 events, and also yes, but we actually we have, again, as I mentioned, we have lots of events throughout these 6 months, so on educational activities. So that's what I want to share. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Lin. It was amazing to see the 3 projects have been executed by you, and especially the wonderful pre-university program involving so many people, the audience, the outreach. Thank you so much. And it was great to see the ecosystem. So Deepak sir, we have executed up to 41 to 45. I don't know whether the 4 programs which were in pipeline have been done or not, 41 sure. But then as we can see, this Hong Kong section has done 1 event, but then that event went on for 3 months, and number of series of activities were there. So if we see the impact, 43 or 41 numbers, but then those were only single individual events, but each event had series of activities and number of lectures. So in that way, the overall impact and lectures and events were 100 plus for this year. Thank you, Dr. Lee.
Yes, thank you very much, friends Region 10 as well as session chair Dr. Paulina Chan for the support. So yes, thank you very much.
Especially in pandemic, it was really good. So a small memento from SEOC and education activity for you.
Yes, thank you.
The next speaker is going to represent his vice chair for India Council, Dr. Professor Devraj, and he's also from representing the Madras section. Dr. Devraj is again from IIT Madras, a very prestigious institution, premier institution of India, and he's working as a senior professor in one of the school and Department of Karasingam Academy of Research and Academy. So without wasting further time, I would invite Professor Devraj to deliver his presentation.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah. So just 1 minute. Yeah. Huh.
My
Okay. Okay.
presentation is visible, madam.
So, yes. Is it visible?
Yes, we can see.
Thank you. Respected Dr. Deepak sir, Preeti madam, Dr. Subhavadi, the Art and EA team, the other speakers of the seminar. Very good evening to all of you. I am Dr. Devraj, Vice Chair Educational Activities of IEEE India Council. I am going to present some of the best practices we have been adapting in the educational activities team. Let me first start with my team of members. To execute all the activities, we need dedicated volunteers. So we wanted to get volunteers from across the country. There are 13 sections in our India Council. We called for volunteer and received a good number of applications. From that, we sorted out people based on their interest and based on their region, so that we can get people from different region. Then this particular team, we have divided into number of subgroups so that each team can focus on the specific activities identified under educational activities. We had 4 different technical teams: one school education, college education, continuing education.
Professor Devraj, your presentation, sorry to disturb you, your presentation is not moving, I guess.
I am in the Eac Committee slide.
No,
madam.
no,
Is that correct?
no, it's on first slide only.
Okay. Now it is visible, madam?
No, it's only on first screen. Shall I share?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Without wasting the time, let us go for that.
Now it is
I'm
fine.
closing my
Now
screen,
it is fine. Now it is fine. Now we can see your screen.
Then
just,
I will, yes,
just make
I
it
will
full
move that.
screen. Just make it full screen.
Okay. Okay. Right. So
Yes.
there are 4 technical teams we have formulated on school education, college education, continuing education, and quality enhancement. To support these 4 technical teams, we have formulated 2 more teams, namely media and communication, which basically focuses on preparing the flyers, certificates, scheduling the meetings, etc. And then to coordinate the event, we have the event management team. So these 2 teams have supported all the activities carried out by the 4 teams. Then moving on to the activities we have conducted, we started with some awareness webinars to create awareness about the educational resources of IEEE and the educational activities of IEEE. The first educational resources webinar was conducted on February 27. We have invited people from IEEE, R10, and also people from IEEE MGA also. And there were around 85 participants in that webinar. Through that webinar, we are able to create some awareness to the participants about available. And then one more awareness webinar was conducted on March 26. This is about focusing on IEEE educational activities. Here again, screen. There were screen is not moving, madam. Okay, I will do one thing. I will go with that mode itself. I think now it is moving.
Yes.
Yes, I will use this mode itself. Okay. So the second awareness webinar was conducted on IEEE educational activities, in which we gave the awareness to the participants about various educational activities like pre-university activities, university activities, continuing education activities. In this webinar, again, 150 participants have attended that. Then the third awareness webinar was conducted on EPICS, mainly focusing on the engineering final year students. This particular event was conducted in association with the student coordination team of IEEE India Council. So in this awareness webinar, presentations were made on funding, preparing the proposal for getting funding, and also guidance were given for identifying the related projects. And then there was a panel discussion at the end involving the people from IEEE Eac Committee. It was a very good event. There were around 200 participants attended this event. Through this event, the students of final year engineering, they could understand the importance of applying technology for the social issues, and also they came to know the financial support they can receive from IEEE for carrying out such activities. So after conducting these awareness webinars, then we started conducting some technical events. For that, we got financial support from Arten EAC also. The first funded activity which we conducted were on the topic of workshop on Arduino Blink Challenge. This event was conducted on June 25th and 26th. This particular event we conducted for the benefit of the school teachers. The main focus was on training the participants on sensors, Arduino-based systems, microcontrollers, etc. So in this session, apart from the regular technical presentations, through some simulation software, we enabled the participants to do some simulation work also. That created a lot of interest. Instead of just listening the presentations, we made the participants to do some activity that enabled them to get more idea about the Arduino-based system. At the end, we encouraged the participants to conduct similar such workshops in their schools for the benefit of the school students. Many of them have promised to conduct such event, and later on, a few people, they have approached us to conduct similar events. Though we have not directly supported them, we gave some guidelines for them to conduct such activity. It really helped not only the school teachers, indirectly it has benefited the school students also. The next technical event which we have conducted was on capacity building workshop on the title of Artificial Intelligence Techniques to Address Social Challenges. Again, this event was funded by IEEE Arten EAC Committee, and this event was conducted on October 1st to 3rd. In this event, again, apart from the regular technical sessions, we conducted hands-on training using MATLAB and Python, which helped the participants to understand the technology and to develop the solutions based on artificial neural network, machine learning algorithms, and deep learning network. And the main specialty of this event is every day we conducted the quiz event, and the best performers were awarded at the end of the session. And another interesting activity we have conducted as part of this workshop was the case study competition. On the second day of the event, we prepared a case studies, and we asked the participants to solve the given problem using either Python or with MATLAB. And we are given 2.5 hours time to complete the task. Around 15 participants, they have successfully completed, and we have awarded the first 3 participants also. So this has really helped them to develop machine learning based algorithm to solve the real world problems. So many participants, they appreciated this particular activity. And then another joint event we have organized with another professional society, namely Marine Technology Society. This event was a women leadership event, which was conducted on September 14. In fact, IEEE President Dr. Susan Kelland also participated in that event. Around 750 to 800 participants, they attended in this event. Finally, one more event, one more technical event we have planned. This is going to be conducted tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Of course, this will be the last event as far as this particular year is concerned. The main objective of this particular event is to train the participants on image processing and machine learning algorithms. We are planning to have hands-on training using MATLAB. and also we have planned some case studies on biomedical applications. And as we did in the earlier instances, we are planning to conduct quiz session at the end of every session, so that the participants will be very active in the presentation. And also we are planning to conduct a MATLAB programming based contest to ensure that the participants have understood or gained sufficient knowledge to apply the technology they are going to learn for the real world applications. And we expected around 200 to 250 participants for this event. Till now, the number of registration have already crossed 850. Though the registration is 850 nowadays for online event, we are not getting 100% participants. We may expect around 350 to 400 participants. Still, it will be a very good number. We would like to ensure that whoever is participating, they gain sufficient knowledge. Apart from that, they will get hands-on training also. So these are the activities we have conducted from the IEEE India Council. With this, I would like to close. Before closing, I would like to thank Dr. Preeti Madam for supporting us financially for conducting these technical events. And also, I would like to thank the Chair of India Council, Dr. Suresh Nair sir, and the Secretary and the Treasurer Madam for providing all the necessary support to us. Thank you.
Sir, please unshare. So thank you so much, Professor Devraj. Since we are having short of time, I request all the members to limit themselves for 6 to 7 minutes only. So next is from Hyderabad section. Hyderabad section has been very, very active for reaching local activities and various projects which they have executed through various institutes as well. So Dr. Lalita is representing the Eac Committee as well, and currently she is volunteering as a chairperson for IEEE Guntur subsection Hyderabad. She is also reaching local ambassador and PACE mentor as well. So over to you, Dr. Lalita.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, sure.
Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, and I really feel a privilege to represent the Hyderabad section educational activities. As you have rightly said, we have been very active, and Sai Prasant is from Hyderabad section only, and our educational society also has backed the awards. So this is our educational activities team headed by Dr. K. Anita Sheila. Actually, she is having some work, so she couldn't come here. So this is our educational activities skill connect team. And we have a separate team for the educational activities also. As you can see here, we have one exclusive feature of Hyderabad section is Skill Connect program. I can proudly say that this is a new normal which we have set up for helping the student community as well as the professionals. So the best practices are design and implementing the programs to enable the students to become career or industry ready, and use the pattern-based competency development. Online learning, we are encouraging them. Self-learning, self-paced programs under the Skill Connect program, which runs up to 6 months. Through that, we want to improve the IEEE membership by introducing the skilling programs, and also to provide certain programs to improve their skills for attending the interviews and employment tests. And Industry Connect is the another thing which we are very strong at, so that we can align the students to meet the needs of the industry and to get the potential internship opportunities for the IEEE student members. And also to expose the students to expert resources via the MOUs with relevant organizations. For example, we had an MOU with Virtual Labs. And this is the impact and outreach which we have got through the IEEE educational activities. We have had a MOU with the virtual labs, and we made around 1,800 virtual lab workshops. We have conducted around 12 in 12 SBs, and 14 student remote internships also we were able to give. And as I said previously, the Skill Connect program is, we have started with the embedded systems and Java, in which we have conducted it in an offline mode, where 45 members have participated. Next, now in progress are 2 Skill Connect programs. One is online Java. It is going on now. There are 12 colleges, 12 student branches have been involved, and 82 students have registered. And from that, we could get a good number of new memberships to join this. And another one which is going on is IoT, in which we have, this is the first pilot which we have started, in which 23 colleges have been involved, and around 252 student members and professionals, they have registered for the first phase. So we could get some 80 new memberships. And this is the trajectory of competencies which we are trying to get through this under the Skill Connect of the program. The student, when joins in the first year, if they start by the end of the 4th year, these are the core competency levels they would be able to get in different streams. And the Skill Connect initiatives, as I said, right now, we are focusing on Internet of Things and Java programming in 2021. And for the 2022, we are going ahead for the robotics as well as AML and cybersecurity. We have created one exclusive website for our educational activities. I'm sharing, this is our educational activities. Ma'am, is it visible? This is IEEE Hyderabad section educational activities website.
Yes, visible.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. So here we have, this is we have included everything what we are trying to do through the educational activities. And Skill Connect program, we can proudly say, is a flagship event of the IEEE Hyderabad section, and virtual labs workshops and faculty development programs and short lecture programs and other educational activities. As a case study, I have included one of the Skill Connect program. We have taken an MOU with one of the leading IoT industries, and we have framed the total curriculum. So here we get everything. This is what we are trying to do through the Skill Connect activities. And right now it is going on. So students can join through this. And so come back to this. So this is one case study of our Skill Connect initiatives on Internet of Things. It is a 3-phase module which we have developed. Our educational activities team headed by Dr. Anita Sheila has streamed. And we have started a pilot project for 20 colleges under the MOU. We entered an MOU with the colleges. So what we have asked the colleges is they have to be active in the IEEE student branch activities. That was the in return what we have expected from the colleges. And the duration is 4 months. And in the initial phase, we started with 20. We want to expand it for the more number of colleges in future. In phase 1, the competency requirement for IoT, like Moodle based online modules, which is self-paced. So the students will be doing it. It is being offered free of cost for all the IEEE student members. Right now, 250 plus students have enrolled in phase 1 from these 23 colleges which we have selected. Then phase 2 is firmware projects. It is not just only the what you call the simulation. We wanted to have firmware projects, face-to-face modules, which will be conducted at the respective student branches. So for that, what we have done is we have conducted one train the trainer program. So we have selected from each of those chosen 20 colleges 2 IEEE members, active members, and a training program was conducted for those members free of cost. and that training is already completed. Here you can see in the picture the training of trainers program which was conducted, and these are the faculty members who have attended. It was a 5-day event, fully offline event, which was conducted in Hyderabad, and free of cost for all the members. So what is the intention is, these members which are trained hands-on experience, they will be giving the hands-on training to the students, those who have completed the phase 1. So to conduct those
Professor Lalita, a little, the time is up.
Yeah. So for them to conduct the hardware, we have also distributed IoT starter kits and sensor kits for all the colleges, for these 20 colleges, free of cost. The third phase is edge computing with data analytics. For this support from section, it was 7,500, and for the training of trainers program, circuits and systems, they have got 4,000 they have spent on it. And these are the art and funded projects for the Hyderabad section. We have received 2 innovation challenges projects. Vardhaman College, AI-enabled chatbot, it is completed. SV College of Engineering, COVID rescuer also is almost completed. And these 2 projects we have got. We have conducted several events in this: Hindi, Telugu, Urdu languages, Try Engineering 1 project, and social media challenge. Here are the glimpses of those events: AI-enabled chatbot, and this is the COVID rescuer, and reaching locals projects. These are all the events. So many events we have conducted under the reaching locals, and so many webinars and competitions also we have conducted under the reaching locals project. And these are the glimpses of those. And this is the total. Then Try Engineering and STEM, 1 2-day workshop has been conducted on ICT tools, and it was well received. And social media challenge, Sai Prasant has applied for it. This is the opinion of our student members about the educational activities. They are always they are very happy about the way in which it is going on. And this is how they are giving in the social media challenge. And some of the educational activities from Hyderabad section.
So now we can share over the YouTube, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving the opportunity.
I really appreciate wonderful activities, as you all have seen. Number of activities have been done by Hyderabad section, the individual website, the skilling program, amazing work, Dr. Rita, by the whole team, EA chair, and then, supported by section. It's great to see, and a lot of learning from your section. So small memento from educational activities and SEOC to you. And now I would be requesting another group led by Professor Mani, former chairman of IEEE Pune section and former dean and director of DIAT DRDO Pune, who has done amazing work in education, farmers training, and which led and which has given them, best group, educational group award this year. So Professor Mani, I invite you to deliver your best practices. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Preeti, and good evening. Namaskar to all people in this webinar here. It's my privilege to be here among all of you and present a little bit of activities that we have done in IEEE Pune section as part of the education activity. Can you share the slides, please? Can I have the slides? Yeah. So on behalf of Educational Activities and Education Society IEEE Pune section, I'm just presenting a few thoughts that what we have been going through in the last 1 year. Our motto has been empowerment through education. So all our activities are oriented towards this. Next slide. I would, though we have done many programs, I'm just concentrating on three unique things that we have done. First is on capacity building on Education 4.0. It's a capacity building workshop on role of education technologies. The focus has been on collaboration and capacity. Second unique program that our section has been conducting is Eureka. This is a program which we have been doing for the past 5 years. It makes use of college students as ambassadors of education to raise the national literacy level in S&T. The focus is inclusive and equity education at high school level. Third, a very unique program we have just started last year. It is the focus is on STEM to STEAM, and it is being conducted in association with a unique organization called Raja Dinkar Kelkar Music. Well, I will just give you a short brief about each one of them. Next slide is about Education 4.0. It's one of the workshops that we had conducted. And since the time is very short, I'm just go through very fast. It was a 3-day workshop where a galaxy of people had participated, right from Dr. Mukherjee, Dr. Gayatri, Supradevi was there, and many other people. You can see the name. Leona Garcia was also there. And yes, I think it's a great event, 3-day event. And the takeaways, you can see the next slide about the takeaways. Mostly, attendance every day was exceeding 180, almost 220 people had attended every day. Wide coverage of topics from not only just technical, business management, projects and programs, research, innovation, data analytics, high-speed computing, AI and robotics, tri-engineering, so many and so forth. As you can see, the feedback performance rating accelerated almost the 8 dimensions on which we have measured the performance analysis for the people, and almost everywhere it was excellent output. We will just quickly go to the second one. This is Eureka. Eureka program is a unique program. Well, the name Eureka is derived from Reka. Reka is a line or a bar. And you can see the IEEE is trying to lift the bar of education. That is the idea behind it. Lend a hand to raise the education level. So major objectives are how to improve, how to get along with the inclusive education at school level, how to cut down dropout rates in our high schools, narrow down the disparity between rural and urban divide, and also reduce the gender disparity in education. Well, we thought about this for quite some time and came out with a solution that our strength, IEEE strength is our students, our student volunteers. Why don't we make use of them? And so we thought that they should be made as ambassadors of education. They should go around and talk to the rural and urban school children and see how can they motivate them. So IEEE, the message was IEEE is looking at what you can do for the society. And with that, we started around. And you can see this year, next slide, this year, in the last, it has been, this thing has been going on for quite some time, so some 3-4 years now. In spite of the drawbacks we had of the COVID and all that, it had very good outreach. The basic idea is share, give back, and inspire. So major features were the college students. There were about 529 college students from 10 sections of India, right from Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, etc., going up to UP and on that side, on the northern side. So almost over 10 sections were involved, and 529 college students participated in the program, who reached out, who reached out to 15,000 and odd school children all over 8 states, spread in 290 schools. They consist of both urban and rural schools. You can see the beauty of it is that one of our major aims was to see how do we reduce the gender gap. You can see the participation of girls is much more than the boys. You can similarly see rural participation is much more for the urban schools. Okay, this is one of the things which we have been striving at quite some time, and this year we could achieve that. Next slide, please. So, what are the major takeaways? As I said, rural outreach has been much more than the urban outreach. Girls girls were in very large numbers did participate compared to boys. In fact, it was about 60-70% of the girls and only about 30 to 40% of the boys. Wonderful things we learned was that many college students have gone to more than 4 schools, whereas the requirement was just, we had put a condition that they should approach at least 4 schools. But many of them went to 5, 6, 7 schools. Some of them from Tamil Nadu, from Devraj, where Devraj is hailing from. They went to 6 to 7 schools. And in spite of the fact that they knew that they don't get extra credit for that. Many college students have gone to 4 rural schools. The condition we had put was only 1 rural school is enough, because we thought it might be difficult for them to approach a rural school. But many of them went to 3, 4 rural schools. The point what I'm trying to drive at is this. The major, very, very major takeaway, the IEEE has got an enormous potential in its volunteers. It's for us to make use of them. And this time, we could really see that they were motivated so much toward the national goal that they could apply it very well. So that is what the Eureka is all about. Going to next event that we conducted. Next slide, please. This is again a very unique program which we just started about a year back. The idea is promoting cross-disciplinary culture. We all know that as professionals, it's not enough that if you specialize in one specific subject. In a practical field, we are expected to know many things in and around that discipline, and we wanted to cultivate that culture. And specifically, next slide. Specifically, we started the idea of what we called as Shunya. Shunya was a step towards STEAM education. STEAM education is STEM, of course, is science, technology, and mathematics, adding A art to it. So, objective of Shunya is to ignite curiosity, creativity, and innovative mindset to the youngsters. But unfortunately, COVID came in, and so Shunya became Eac. From 0 became to 1. So, 1 is an outshoot, exclusive shoot of Shunya. What it meant was, major aim was to focus the inherent oneness between the science-based modern disciplines and the faculty of arts, and the strength that can be derived by realizing their oneness. You can see we had conducted a number of webinars on this. Almost every month, invariably there is one webinar we conducted, and you can see the type of webinars. Next slide, please. The subjects chosen for the webinars are quite wide. Next slide, please. Yeah, you can see, just to give an idea, this is about science, history, and art of flute. Flute generally we know is a musical instrument. When we think of flute, only the music comes into the picture. But there's a lot of science inside that, a lot of history inside that. This is what we call as Venu Parichay. And it was being given by a talk, almost a demonstration talk by Dr. Gaikwad, who is also an instrumentation engineer. Mitra Desai. Now, today is a time when most of the things are online. We don't look at our books at all. We are always tied up with Google. So, Dr. Mitra Desai, she's from Australia. She came over and talked, we need to look at books. Leap of Google and back to books. Then mapping, mind mapping over the year. Now, today, enormous stress is there. How to get stress relief. This was the psychologist who talked about. Avinad Digge talked about music, introduction to classical music. Next, please. Right. Next slide, please. Yeah. Look at this. This is a fantastic combination. Is data science applicable to Indian epics? This is talking about data science as applicable to Ramayana and Mahabharata. The point what I'm trying to get at is this. Eac was is a unique initiative where we brought in different cross-disciplinary topics, and so people could appreciate. And Leela Kanderkar, she talked about history of science, history and science of beauty beauty care. Well, how different ornaments worn by lady, how it affects the body, and what is the science behind it. Body armor is about the how you protect from the defense angle, and tradition in transition is about Kathak dance. Again, Kathak dance and how it enhances the overall perspective of a human being. Like this, the idea behind the whole thing is that we and how cross-disciplinary culture can be brought to the students. That was a small glimpse of the various activities that we had undertaken. Thank you very much for the kind attention. Thank you.
So thank you, Professor Mani. It was amazing to see all your 3 programs, and Eureka was amazing, and Ekdam as well. So thank you. A small memento from our side. Please accept. The next speaker is going to be IEEE Malaysia section. Roshmi Nazin, and she is currently Associate Professor, Faculty of Engineering from the International Islamic University, Malaysia, doing amazing job at Malaysia. So I would request her to present her presentation, deliver her presentation. So yes, can you see?
Okay, I can see the slide. Thank you, Prof. Priti. Hello and hi, everyone. Okay, thank you, IEEE R10 EAC for inviting me to give the sharing session on the best practice from our country, the Malaysia section. Okay, I'm Rosmi Nazwin Abdurrahim, representing IEEE EDS Malaysia chapter. And next slide, please, Prof. Okay, so as the highlight of it, we just want to share from IEEE EDS Malaysia chapter. We are receiving few grants from R10, where we receive the new innovative grant, USD 200, on our first program, Your Bit Nature Challenge, and we receive a few regional local initiatives for 3 more programs. Then we thank R10 EAC for giving the grants. So I'm just sharing the selected programs overview, where I consider only 2 programs that has received grants from IEEE R10. We call this program as Microbit MySTEM program. Can you go to the previous slide? Okay, thank you. Then this program actually is being divided into 2 phases, where the phase 1 is Let's Code with Microbit, where this is the one sponsored under R10 Region Local. Then for the phase 2, we do the Do Your Bit Nature Challenge. This is the one sponsored under New Innovative Challenge, and this program actually is targeted for 20 students of specific school as BPI Gombak in Selangor. We provide some kind of personalized coachings to the students, because these students actually are coming from the top ranking schools in Malaysia, from the boarding school. So why we choose this school, especially because they are the selected students, then we would like to introduce this microbit and STEM activities to them, so that they can be our mini STEM ambassadors. Then we hope to have a continuation from this program, where they can play their roles as the STEM ambassadors in this. Then for the next slide, please. Okay, so for the phase 1 of the Let's Code with Microbit, we are focusing on coaching, giving personalized coaching to the students by providing videos with which consists of 4 modules. Then for each modules, we share, we do some kind of assessment to make sure they really engage with the activities, 1 quiz for each module. Then as I keep mentioning, we provide personalized coaching, because we appoint some students volunteers from university to be the coach for each of the students. Then this is being done through Telegram for the continuous discussion. Then lastly, we conclude with the online workshop, when we do some little bit of microbit demonstration, and to get the students understand on the microbit project itself. Then coming to phase 2, sorry, Prof, previous slide. Coming to phase 2 of the program, the Your Bit Nature Challenge. So this is the competition that we organize among them, so that to make sure that they really inculcate and really learn about things that we already taught them in the phase 1. So it's kind of competition under the theme of protecting nature. So we give 2 weeks period for them. Then we select the judges from our IEEE volunteers. Then later we announce for the winners of the best project. So as you can see from the next slides, these are the winners, because under Protecting Nature program, we have different teams. We have animal protection application that they need to design. We have the natural disaster prevention, pollution prevention, as well as the plant preservation. So they need to come out with the microbit projects. Then we choose the winners out of these. Then for the next slide, please. Then another activities that we used to organize by IEEE EDGS Malaysia chapter, we organize a talk on IEEE grant opportunities, including the how to succeed in applying IEEE R10 Reaching Local and Innovation Challenge. So we provide this talk and seminar to all IEEE members in Malaysia. So we receive good responses from them. Then that's why, as you can see from the second round proposal, we received many applications, because we managed to provide personal coaching and guide them on how to apply for the grants. Okay, then another thing, this is actually my last slide, about the program impact and visibility. We used to present about this program at IEEE Day 2021 Malaysia session, where we share the best practice that we did. And this program is attended by all IEEE members in Malaysia. Then another program that we participated is in STEM Summit, where we do a project virtual exhibition. This STEM Summit is organized in November last month, and it was participated by 331 participants with 15 exhibitors, as well as being represented by 65 countries. And another thing that I would like to highlight here is we submit this program to IEEE STEM portal to try engineering for IEEE visibility. I think that's all the short sharing from me from Malaysia. So I hope you can share more later. All right, thank you. That's all from me. Back to you, Prof.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful to see the number of activities. Malaysia section was very, very active. In fact, there were many, many proposals, but we limited the number of proposals just to see that we can give the opportunity to everyone. And a small memento to Roshni Nazin for you, for representing wonderful activities from the Malaysia section. The next speaker is going to be Ms. Mayumi Suzuki, the Japan Consul from Hitachi, and she is the Education Activity Coordinator, very, very active. Welcome, Ms. Mayumi Suzuki, for your presentation, please.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Please show my...
Yes, just 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, okay. Thank you for introducing me, and good morning and good evening. I'm Mayumi Suzuki, Japan Council EA Coordinator. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I would like to talk about EA activities in Japan. Next, please. Please, next slide.
Yes.
Okay. At first, I'd like to introduce history of educational activities in Japan. Japan started EA from 2020. So far, affinity groups have been actively engaged in technical, educational and career development activities. So the trigger was COVID-19. In 2020, online education in local languages project was promoted under the leadership of Fukuda ITP President and Nishihara Arten Director. To deliver various value to students who have lost their classes because of the pandemic, we start Japanese live webinar, Engineer Spotlight, and start to make STEM videos with Japanese subtitles. Then in September 2020, EA chair in each section and Japan Council EA coordinator were newly established. It's first time in Japan to establish EA-like organization. And so now the number of educational activities in Japan is increasing and really work more active. Please next. Yeah, okay. Next, let me introduce you to organization structure in Japan. Japan Council is in a position to coordinate and support sections. Next, please. And in case of educational, previous one, please. Okay. Sorry. In case of educational activities, EA is not an organization under MGA. However, likewise, MGA, we have appointed a chair for each section and a coordinator for Japan Council, which is more smooth and active since affinity groups have been actively held EA-like event. In addition, we have the cooperation of Japan office with IEEE staff because it helps to expand the activity coverage. So please next. Yeah, thank you. And next, I'd like to introduce the situation of IEEE Japan Council and the 9 sections in Japan. Japan have Japan Council and 9 sections. Please next. However, the number of members in each section is very unbalanced. The number of members is different by up to 20 times and more. For example, Tokyo have 55%, but the minimum section is Shikoku, Sapporo, and Shikoku and Shinetsu. It's only 2%. So the big differences. So it is important to conduct activities that are appropriate to the size of each sections. Please next. And next, introduce you to some example of each section's EA activities. There are 2 key points of conduct EA framework in section. First one is to use the opportunity to initiate EA to reinforce previous EA-like activities. It means that make sure that the EA do not become a new burden. So in Japan and in 9 sections, started only from 2020. So we have many activities. So we make sure this point. And the second one is to focus on the characteristic of each section and the area they want to develop. For example, we recommend to take the initiative to use existing resources, cooperate with active affinity groups, recently received IEEE milestone, annual flagship event in section, and local revitalization. Next, okay, thank you. More specifically, Kansai section EA chair organized Learn Cutting Edge Technologies in English, including interpreters talk, co-organized with YPWIE and LMAG by Hybrid. Next, Hiroshima Section EA Chair co-hosted invited lecture with our Japan Council EA coordinator have the program Engineer Spotlight in Hiroshima Section's annual flagship event HISS only by online. And the Sapporo Section EA Chair co-organized the Sapporo LMAG establishment event after Metro Area Workshop 2021 in Sapporo by hybrid. So each section has a characteristic EA event. And finally, let me explain the activities in Japan Council. Again, the role of Japan Council EA coordinator, supporting and encouraging for section activities, and scooping up areas that are not taken care by section ES, and responding to requests from headquarters, like the Global IEEE USA team or R10 EAC team. So the Japan Council EA coordinator's role is support is main. Basically, activities are led by sections. Please next. So I will introduce our Japan Council EA achievement. The first one, we created a group, not a committee, consisting of representatives from various fields to ensure the continuity of educational activities in Japan. So Japan Council have only one coordinator. So we create the group. And our major activities in Japan is Japanese live webinar series, Engineer Spotlight. Oh, sorry, the logo is too big. The key points to organize, key points to organize below. The most important point, I think, is to add submission to collaborate with chapter and section, try engineering program hands-on, and IEEE Day, and pre-university program, etc. It's a very convenient way to collaborate as a committee or the headquarters request or anything. This make it very possible to play many roles through EA. Next, please. At the end, my motivation of Japan Council EA coordinator is to utilize the newly established structure of EA to maintain the IEEE that allows us to do what we want to do. Yeah, the photo is a Japan Council EA group's photo. Takako-san and Minami-san and Japan always Meiko-san is existing. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Suzuki, for wonderful presentation and showing the overall, organization of education activities in at Japan Council, and especially across all the sections. And in spite of not having MGA, EA position, the Japan Council has, and all sections have appointed EA coordinator. So Takako-sen, really congratulations and thank you. Good leadership from you, so that you have created that ecosystem. And a small memento from our side to Mayumi, Miss Mayumi, for you. For having wonderful coordination across Japan Council. Thank you so much for all the presentation. Osman, now it's over to you. I would request you just limit yourself just to, because everyone has shared how it was, but then I wanted you to share the small initiative which you, with the great efforts you have done and created a YouTube channel for Region 10 educational activities. So over to you. So you are not audible. Probably the bandwidth is not sufficient. So Usman, you are not audible. The voice is breaking, please. If you can work out. So we'll get back to you soon because the voice is not audible and we are having short of time as well. The next would be before we go ahead. Yeah.
Ma'am, is it fine now?
Now it is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Hi to all, and thank you, Sir Deepak and Ma'am Preeti, for having trust on me. And thanks to all EAC team members for your support throughout the year. So quickly, I'm sharing few good practices about managing YouTube channel and what we are following in our R10 EAC channel. So I'm sharing my screen so that we can have Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is visible. It is visible.
Okay. First of all, let's starting with the uploading the video. Like we have uploaded this video. So first of all, when we initiate with video uploading, you have to find relevant key terms or you have to find relevant keywords which we have to add in your video title. Like in this video, we have added effective use of YouTube. Why YouTube for faculty? Because this session is about how effectively faculty members can use a YouTube channel. So this session contains a different modes, how you can communicate with your students through YouTube, how you can conduct your trainings through YouTube. That's why we have enabled few keywords related to YouTube management and why YouTube is beneficial for faculty members. So same with this description. Here we have also entered some keyword related to this topic, and most importantly, we have created our customized thumbnail. Because of thumbnail, we have much engagement. Because of this thumbnail, we can attract more users and more viewers to this video. Next in this Region 10 channel, we have maintained different playlists. These playlists are based upon different languages. Like this is Chinese playlist, this is Telugu playlist, this is English, Hindi, and we have maintained appropriate videos according to that languages. Like we have some Arabic videos, so we have maintained Arabic playlist in which we are uploading the Arabic videos, and in Chinese playlist we are maintaining different videos. The content of these videos are in Chinese languages. Next, here is some stats about this channel. Currently we have 351 unique views and watch time is more than 10 hours, and these are the current subscribers we have on the channel. We have got in last 28 days. The most important part about managing the YouTube channel is adding subtitle or maintaining different subtitles according to your languages. Like if you have your video in Hindi, and you can maintain your subtitle in English or any other language, so that you can attract more customer, so that you can attract more engagement on your videos. So I'll recommend and I'll suggest all of you to maintain your YouTube channel as per your OU requirement. And even you are conducting different online event, or even you are conducting different physical events, so you can record them and you can upload on your respective YouTube channels, so that we can keep sharing our knowledge, so that we can keep sharing our good content with others. So I think, ma'am, that's all from my side due to time limitation. So it's over to you.
Your mic is off.
So great job, Usman, and expecting all the videos of 30 plus programs and in fact events and 100 plus videos which have been done across Region 10 to be soon to be uploaded on the YouTube.
Yes, ma'am.
Would
Yes,
be
ma'am.
great. And the next would be I'll be requesting Dr. Takako for his her concluding remark, who is Vice President, Director of International Center, Shiba University, Japan Council Chair, and very active member of IEEE Education Activities Board and convener of all the workshops which have been conducted so far under EAC. So, and I would be requesting her to read out, before she'll be delivering concluding remarks, I would be requesting Deepak sir to distribute these appreciation certificates to the team and reaching local ambassadors of 2021. I would be requesting Deepak sir to announce their name and if they can be there. So this is, we'll start with Aliza.
So Dr. Preeti, it's my pleasure for handing over this certificate to Dr. Aliza.
Thank you so much, Prof. Deepak and Prof. Preeti, for the...
You are doing a great job. Thank you very much.
And dear team, just wanted to share that Deepak sir has recommended Aliza for senior membership. She has done amazing job since day one. 2021 was hers. So thank you so much and congratulations, Aliza. And she is now, I hope you are senior member now.
Thank you again for the opportunities, Prof.
Congratulations, Aliza. I think Dr. Amoli is not here.
She is not here. Rajneesh is also not here. Dr. Tariq is also not there. Ovi is not, she has also done a lot of work, but then she is also not there, sir. Dr. Lalita is there.
Dr. Lalita, I know Dr. Lalita is a great volunteer and she is also heading the Guntur subsection and her contribution otherwise also immense. So thank you, Dr. Lalita, whatever you do for IEEE and especially for educational activities.
Thank you, sir.
Takako, it's my pleasure to hand over this certificate of appreciation.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Professor Chen is there, sir. He's from Taiwan section and he has done also activities at Taiwan. This is his first tenure.
Yes, Professor Chen, my pleasure handing over this certificate of appreciation to you. Continue good work. None is not there. None is not there. Mahesh is also not there. Is here?
Yamuna was there. Dr. Yamuna is from Kerala and she was also very active. I guess she had joined. She's there? No. Okay. Okay. So, yes.
Tao Chang, is he here?
No, he is not here. Dr. Lean is here.
Yes. He presented very nicely of Hong Kong section's activities of educational activities. Congratulations, Leon.
Ravi is also not present. And Usman is here.
Yes. Usman, you are doing a wonderful job for reaching locals YouTube.
Thank you so much, sir.
Congratulations. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Professor Van is also here from the Region section.
Professor Van, I'm really happy to hand over this certificate of appreciation to you.
Oh, thank you very much. My name is Chin Wan Chong. My last name is Mich Singh.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'll complete this and I'll share it with you soon.
You will get the
Okay,
correct-
thank you.
Sorry for that.
Yeah.
Next is this, he's not a IEEE member, but then I would request Deepak sir to present him. He's working with me and he is doing wonderful job as a volunteer for IEEE.
So he's friend of IEEE.
Yes, he is not a member of IEEE working in applied chemistry, but then is a great volunteer for and working a lot for IEEE and Education Activity Committee as well. So I would request you to, if you can present this to me.
Yeah, I am really happy to hand over this certificate to Dr. Manoj.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And Yanping Drain is from China. She is doing wonderful job. And she is also present in this meeting.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Ren.
Thank you.
Please accept this certificate of appreciation from Region-10 Educational Activities.
She has also presented, organized multiple activities in Beijing section under education activities.
Good. Very good.
Thank you.
And although they are not present, Deepak sir, but then they supported us a lot in all the activities which we have done, EVEL and NIA. So we have a small memento for them as well, which I'll be sharing with them.
So Dr. Preeti, you have to check the photo of NIA.
I understand. Yes, I would. And now I will request Takako-san to present the continue with concluding remarks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Deepak sir. Thank you so much, Deepak sir.
Thank you, Deepak. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. By the warm support from IEEE headquarters, Education Activity Committee member like Steve and Jamie and other members, and of course, SEOC Chair's family, and all the presenters and all the attendees. And of course, our Region 10 Director, Deepak Mathu. So by their warm support, our Region 10 Education Activity team, led by Preeti Bajaj, so our great leader, so we could achieve great success this year. So I believe this year is a really amazing year for Region 10 educational activities. And I'm so honored to be part of this team. So I am sure that the next year, so we can continue to achieve great success and want more impressive activities. So let's work together to contribute to society under this, even under this tough situation caused by COVID-19. I believe we can achieve a good result. So thank you again for your great effort and kind dedications. So, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Takako, for all your initiative. Thank you so much. In spite of your busy schedule, you have been convener for these workshops. And it was great to have you part of as an advisory, as supporting. It was a great support from you. So small memento from our side to you. And with this, thank you so much once again. And I would like to announce some small changes in Eac Committee for 2022. So Lance is going to be advisor as it was. And Dr. Prerna is going to be part of 2022. I would request Dr. Leon Lee from Ambassador, Reaching Local Ambassador to be part of EAC. Dr. Prachi is going to be part of 2022 Region 10 from Nagpur subsection. She was very, very active and WIE member and also in education. Yan Ping is working very hard in Beijing section. So this is going to be the EAC committee and Reaching Local. Again, they are going to be continue with the Reaching Local. They are doing amazing job. And with this, thank you so much. And sorry for exceeding 16 minutes in fact. And thank you audience for joining. And one group photo So please switch on your videos so that we can take. Thank you, Supavade, for giving us opportunity to host this. And Dr. Manoj, it's your time now to take a few pictures. And everyone can be in one screen. So we are 28. Done? Okay, so done? Okay. No, not in one screen, even if it is, so you can take 1 or 2 screens as it is. Take this gallery. I have done. Stop, control. Function. Function. Take. Okay, so thank you. And I could see, okay, done. Huh? Just one. Done? What? Okay, so thank you, it is done. And I could see Takatoshi Vinami's son as well. He has also joined. Thank you, and would request you to say a few words. So now formal meeting and webinar is over, and Prashant is also there, who is awardee for Educational Activity Award. So just informal for a few minutes, we can share some good words. Sai, you want to say something?
Yeah, please.
Nothing much, ma'am. Very good evening to everyone. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for believing us in all our proposals from our section and giving us the opportunity to host a number of good activities under IEEE Educational Activities Region 10. And
so Sai is awardee for educational activities, individual award. He got it from Region 10.
Congratulations.
Yeah, for the great work and contribution. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. I did thank everyone and the nomination committee for recognizing this, and my section and council. And indeed, Devraj sir, who is the nominator for the award. Thank you so much. So we would be continuing our educational activities in our section in the next year also, and would be expecting many more initiatives from IEEE Region 10 EAC. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Paulina doing great. So expecting some collaborative activities as well this next year. So a lot of activities have been done at individual section, and let's coordinate across the region now. And we can have this capacity building workshop across the regions. Anybody wish to say something, or we can close?
I'm Paulina. I invite everybody to join our 10Con 2022 in Hong Kong, November 1st to 4th. And education has done so much great work, reaching local, going regional and global. And let's expand our horizon and get STEM education, the SDG, and all the pre-university, university, and professional members, so that we'll continue education. Thank you so much for setting up such a tremendous webinar today.
Thank you, Paulina, and we'll be requesting you to allow us to organize a special track on education activities during 10Con as well. All the best to you.
Yes, for
Thank you very
certain.
much,
I'm
Paulina.
looking forward. to seeing many of you, if not all of you.
Well, Happy New Year, everyone, and hope to have a corona-free year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Preeti, for organizing this. I think it's very impactful. Yeah.
Bye-bye. Thank
glad
you
to
once
join
again,
all the
Deepak sir.
activities.
Thank you.
Thank
Janvi,
you.
thank you.
Everyone.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. करो फंक्शन F3 नहीं ठीक है